I think it would be a good idea to talk about, in the most general way, many people in the audience, I'm sure, are familiar with what dyslexia is, and many of us need to know more about it. I know I do. 50 years ago, I first heard about dyslexia, and I heard about it as simply mixing letters up. That's what I thought the whole story was. But it's not it, is it? Tell us about it. How would you describe it in a basic way?
Well, dyslexia is really a wiring difference that's associated with some challenges in reading and writing and spelling, but also associated with a lot of advantages in conceptual thinking, spatial problem solving, and many other kinds of things.
So even in terms of you're not having some of the same abilities as a person who's typically wired, those differences are varied, aren't they? I mean, it's not just to separate from the advantages for a minute. What some of us might call disadvantages are more than just mixing letters up, right? For instance, I know that my granddaughter sometimes sees the letters fall off the page, but it's not just...
It's not just a visual thing, no. Often it's difficulty discriminating sounds in the phonological part, but sometimes it can also be with naming things. It's harder to do that, and processing speed, and automatizing different kinds of things. So that's what makes writing often more difficult than typing.
And how about telling a story? Is that a problem sometimes?
Well, it depends. I mean, sometimes there are people with dyslexia who may have difficulty, for instance, after an experience, if you say, tell me what you did, it may be hard to organize what they want to say in that sense. On the other hand, there's some wonderfully talented storytellers who are dyslexic. Sometimes if it comes out of their imagination, and it's very different, using different pathways. So there's some dyslexic storytellers who are very famous, who are quite fluid with words or fluid with pictures, like filmmakers.
Yeah, but for instance, Dave told an amusing, interesting, coherent story when you came out. I had a little trouble following it. But... No, but I mean, and you're dyslexic, so storytelling is no problem. Did you have to learn it?
You know, it's interesting. I grew up in a barbershop. My grandfather's a barber. And if you live in a barbershop your whole life, you learn that storytelling really matters. And so I think with my challenges, and I think they can speak to the science why this is true, with my challenges with reading, storytelling became something different. And I think it was probably activating a different part of my brain. I love telling stories, so I have training in it.
Yeah,
from when I was 12, or maybe younger.